T-minus 30 seconds. T-minus 20 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
I don't have to tell you things are bad. Everybody knows things are bad. It's a depression. Everybody's out of work or scared of losing their job. The dollar buys a nickel's worth. Banks are going bust. Shopkeepers keep a gun under the counter. Punks are running wild in the street, and there's nobody anywhere who seems to know what to do, and there's no end to it. We know the air is unfit to breathe, and our food is unfit to eat. We sit watching our TVs while some local newscaster tells us that today we had 15 homicides and 63 violent crimes, as if that's the way it's supposed to be. We know things are bad, worse than bad. They're crazy. It's like everything everywhere is going crazy, so we don't go out anymore. We sit in the house, and slowly the world we're living in is getting smaller, and all we say is, please, at least leave us alone in our living rooms. Let me have my toaster and my TV and my steel-belted radios, and I won't say anything. Just leave us alone. Well, I'm not going to leave you alone. I want you to get mad. I don't want you to protest. I don't want you to riot. I don't want you to write to your congressman because I wouldn't know what to tell you to write. I don't know what to do about the depression and the inflation and the Russians and the crime in the street. All I know is that first, you've got to get mad. You've got to say, I'm a human being. My life has value.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everybody, and welcome to Global Watchman News. My name is Lori Swan. I hope you guys are all doing well. Yeah, it's the first time I've actually talked to anybody today, so I'm a little bit hoarse. If you are in the live chat, we do ask that you keep it family friendly. There will be moderators in there to make sure that we stay within the terms of service put forth to us by the platforms you're utilizing tonight, which is Facebook and YouTube. If you are new to the channel, welcome. Take a minute, hit that subscribe button, hit that bell, so you know when we go live. If you are new on the page, again, welcome. Go ahead and hit that like button and please share so we can get past this whole shadow banning ridiculousness over on Facebook. So I hope you guys are all doing well. This is the postponement from the show that I was going to do the other night when I wasn't feeling very well. By the way, thank you for all the people, that's messaged me and sent prayers and stuff. I'm doing a lot better. So I do want to thank you guys for that. This is going to be an open panel, which means that anybody who is in the chat room, if you would like to pop up on the channel or up on the panel and give your thoughts on this whole Roe versus Wade thing that's happening. As you guys know, there was documents that have been leaked to the public regarding this summer. The Supreme Court is going to vote, or has voted, to overturn the abortion rights. And this draft was leaked to Politico. Let's pull up the first webpage. This kind of says who leaked the documents. So a draft of the Supreme Court decision on the Mississippi case that challenges Roe v. Wade was leaked, first reported by Politico. According to the copy of the draft opinions for the majority, a majority of justices appear to have voted to effectively overturn the 1973 landmark abortion precedent set in Roe versus Wade. This has caused a lot of commotion on both sides, and rightfully so. I, as you know, I'm pro-life, but reading through the documents, I'm seeing something quite alarming. Women who will not be able to abort will then be forced to have the baby and most likely put it up for adoption. Guys, that's human trafficking. Forcing a woman to have a baby and then giving it away. That is, by definition, human trafficking. And reading through the documents, which we're going to go through in just a little bit, I'm going to kind of show you a few things. Reading through the documents, I came across where Amy Barrett Cohen, she chimed in, and on the page she clearly said that criminalizing abortion will force women to have babies. And this is what she said: thus servicing a significant supply of infants needed in the domestic market. I don't know about you, but reading those words, The Handmaid's Tale comes to mind. To me, reading through this, we have a serious social, religious, and moral dilemma here. Like, seriously. I understand looking at all of this, the timing. I don't know if you guys know it, but right now we have a birth control failure. By that, I mean that there are women out there who have taken birth control, the same pills, for years, that are mysteriously coming up pregnant. There is a failure in the medication, in the birth control pills. This, along with this whole Roe v. Wade, along with now we got the baby formula shortage, all of it just seems way too convenient. Almost like it was planned, you know? I don't know if you know it, but the woman who was dubbed Jane Roe back in 1973, did you know that she was paid by the U.S. government to say the things that she said during the Supreme Court hearing? She was paid. She was told what to say. That alone is very disturbing to me. Not that it surprises me any, because we know that the government is corrupt and, you know, they have an agenda that they must, you know, put forward, move forward in a timely fashion. We have Agenda 21, which is now Agenda 30. It is all, from what we can see, is the planned agenda. And this planned agenda is, depopulation. War and famines would not do, instead disease. You're probably saying, but if they overturn Roe versus Wade, that's going to bring more children in. So how can we have depopulation? Well, what it's going to do, it's going to put more babies into the system. And we already know that CPS is the most corrupt organization ever in this country. Putting a child into the system is a death sentence to some, to most. And knowing that, let me pull it up here. What they said here, that they're looking to put more children into the domestic supply of infants. All of it just seems too convenient. We know that the New World Order agenda, which is now 2030, was Agenda 21. But look at what it says. The end of the family unit. Control of the population growth and density. Control of it. And look at the very last one. Government-raised children. That not only means children that are put into the public school systems, but also put into the Child Protective Services, which, by the way, is not even federally policed. They don't answer to anybody in the federal government. They're a private organization. You don't know the horrors of the CPS system. You should really look into it. Thousands of children go missing in this country every single year with no police reports, no Amber Alerts, nobody looking for these kids. This is just going to add to that. I understand that, let's look at the other side, my body, my choice. Funny how we went from mandatory jabs for those of us that didn't want it were considered the enemy, to my body, my choice again. Just like that. What are you doing? Come here. Lay down. Sorry, guys. You can hear her in the background. She gets squirrely when I go live. Now, let me do this. There is, oops, what did I just, okay. Get out of here. And look at this one. Child sacrifice is nothing new. It's been since the Tower of Babel days. It's been since, early biblical days, sacrificing children to Moloch. And now we have Planned Parenthood. Planned Parenthood was designed. It was created for eugenics. It was created by Margaret Sanger, who had a vendetta against a certain demographic at the time. She wanted to do away with children of color. And so when they started building Planned Parenthoods, they put them in the poorest sections of town, into the colored areas. And they made them cheap. And a lot of people even to this day, use it as a form of birth control, when actually all it is a sacrifice. They don't know it. Unless you understand the dynamics behind abortion. Abortion was taught to man by the fallen angels to destroy humanity. The Tamil was the fifth mentioned of the 20 watchers, the leaders of the 200 fallen angels in the book of Enoch. This is one that came down when the fallen angels came down to man, and they taught us things. They taught women how to wear makeup and how to be the Jezebel spirit to attract men. They taught how to inhumanely kill other animals. They taught abortion. They taught many things to humans that we weren't supposed to know how to do. When God created this planet, this plane, He instructed us to go forth and to procreate. The lie of overpopulation, that's something of Satan. There is no overpopulation. And I know you're probably going to sit there and say, wait a minute, there is overpopulation because people are starving. No, people are starving because of corrupt governments, not because of overpopulation. They are starving because the governments that govern them in their areas are corrupt and take for themselves and don't help the people. You got places over in Africa where they're starving to death because the government takes all the help that the other countries give and do not distribute it to their people. The government could go in there and dig wells. The government could go in there and give the people things that they need to sustain themselves, but they don't because of corruption, because of evil leaders. And then you've got people like Gates, and you've got the World Health Organization. The World Health Organization, when they instituted Codex Alimentarius, essentially taking the nutrients out of our food and making it illegal to put vitamins and minerals into our food, essentially fattening us up and starving us to death at the same time. That was Codex Alimentarius. This has always been their plan. When I say theirs, you know who I'm talking about. The powers that be, the elite, the ones that are pulling the strings on this planet. These people right here. Just a second. Oops. Push the wrong one. I want that one up. I want this one gone. Let's listen to this one for a second.
Just cannot handle the sheer number of humans who live here. Something has to give. And I believe that it's up to us who have lived a good life to make sure that our children will have the opportunity to live good lives too. I have lived a good life.
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 Is that better? Okay, sorry about that. What did I say? I was saying that the Bible, so that was a commercial that we just watched. Sorry about that. That was a commercial, an actual commercial that was put on MTV about 10 years ago. And it was Depopulation, Agenda 31. I've lived a good life. Essentially telling older people that what they need to do is they need to end their lives or let their lives be ended in order for the younger people to be able to enjoy their lives. Again, with the overpopulation line. There was a girl that I saw in Canada, I think it was. She was a very young girl. I mean, literally like less than maybe 12. And she was planning her end of life, and her parents and the government were letting her because it was a law. We've got, I just saw there's some sort of beds now, euthanasia beds. Everything is about destroying life. Everything from GMO foods to jabs to atrocious health care in this country to now Roe versus Wade. Overturning it. And again, I'm pro-life, but I see a lot of things wrong with overturning it. And I'm torn because I am pro-life. But I don't want to see an influx of babies, unwanted babies, that nobody's going to regulate. Nobody's going to be there to make sure that they don't get passed around to these horrific people that are running this world. They won't be used and abused and killed and sacrificed. They're already being sacrificed by going through the abortion. But now, you see my dilemma? You see where I'm coming from here? I'm going to put the link. Oops, didn't mean to do that. I'm going to put the link if you guys want to come up on the panel and talk about this. Give me your thoughts on this. What you're feeling about this. I can't be the only one torn. I can't. Yes, an unlimited supply of adrenochrome. Exactly. An unlimited supply of HEK. An unlimited supply of stem cells. An unlimited supply for these horrific people that are running the show. We can debate all we want about the moment of life. I personally think life is determined at the spark. When the electricity starts going through the cells and they start dividing. I don't think it's when there's a detectable heartbeat. I think it's long before that. Yes, Facebook was muted along with this one. I apologize. I hope one of you would like to come up here because I know you all have an opinion on this. Going to, while we wait to see if anybody wants to come up, let's take a look at Politico. Supreme Court has voted to overturn abortion rights, draft opinion shows. Supreme Court has voted to strike down the landmark Roe v. Wade decision, according to an initial draft majority opinion written by Justice Samuel Alito, circulated inside the court and obtained by Politico. The draft option is a full-throttled, unflinching repudiation of the 1973 decision which guaranteed federal constitutional protections of abortion rights, and a subsequent 1992 decision, Planned Parenthood versus Casey, that largely maintained the right. Roe was wrong from the start, Alito wrote. We hold that Roe and Casey must be overruled. He writes in the document labeled as the opinion of the court, it is time to heed the Constitution and return the issue of abortion to the people's elected representatives. I get that. I am all for letting the states decide. Put this on the states. Because that way the people have a voice, more of a voice than if it stays in the courts. Now, I'm going to put a search in here, and hopefully you guys can see it. Let me make sure it's big. Yep, big on the screen. Okay. Because this is what it says in the piece of document that I have. Domestic supply of infants. And you can see there are four pages. Oops, domestic supply of infants. Why is it not pulling just the one that I want up? I just had it a few minutes ago. Okay, domestic supply. Here we go. On page 34, which I will put all the links in the description, so you can go to the Politico and you can pull this up and you can read it for yourself, because I know it's kind of hard for you to read it on the screen, but it's on page 34. It says they are in demand or child, whereas the domestic supply of infants relinquished at birth or within the first month of IO and available to be adopted had become virtually non-existent. Why are they even talking about a domestic supply, and I'm using air quotes here, supply of infants? What do you mean supply of infants? For what? Okay, for HEK, for stem cells. Big money. We found this out a number of years ago. Actually back in 2000, I think 14, 15, 16 summers in there, we found out that there was big money in selling these aborted babies. Well, if they can't have the aborted babies, well, they're just gonna have the babies after the fact. I don't even know how to feel right now. Like I said, I'm pro-life. But this opens up for serious social, religious, and moral implications. Yes, squeaky wheel. Jane Roe was paid. She came out, and I tried to find the video. I've saved so many videos in the last couple of weeks. But Jane Roe, the woman who was the part of Roe v. Wade, was paid by the government to give her testimony in that case. She regrets it now. Oh yeah, there's always an agenda. Absolutely always an agenda. And when I'm seeing the things taking place, this Roe versus Wade, I'm seeing the birth control failure. I'm seeing the baby formula shortage. And when I say the baby formula shortage, I'm not just saying, we can't get it at one or two stores. It's across the board, except for at the border. Except for at the border. Border Patrol is saying that they're bringing in pallets after pallets after pallets of baby formula to be passed out to the illegals coming into this country. Joe Biden has coined America's not first. He is not putting this country or its best interests or the people first. That's apparent. He's sending money over to fund a war that we're not even involved with. Ukraine is not in NATO. Let them be. Sorry, that makes you mad. Let them be. I don't even believe there's anything going on over there. Want to know why? Jill Biden and Nancy Pelosi both went over in a, air quote, war zone without a Kevlar jacket or without a hard hat. Really? Can't be too dangerous if you let them do that, especially the First Lady. What happened to America first? What happened to taking care of our own? Get it. It's all a I think that's the wrong one. Don't push that one. I think I put the wrong one. Oh no, I did. That's the right one. You guys want to come on. Yep, Zelensky went to the awards in Hollywood. He came here and he was talking to Congress. He has traveled all over. He's like smiling away. Come on. This administration is just a joke. We need to put America first. We need to put Americans first. We've got food shortages. We've got our poultry, our chickens being euthanized because of H1N5 or H5N1. I think that's the one. Or bird flu. We've got warehouses burning down. Now, you probably heard the rumor that they found human meat or human DNA at these. I cannot verify that. Is it possible? Absolutely, it's possible. I don't know. I cannot verify that. You got Bill Gates buying up all kinds of farmland, in the heart of America here. Fertilizer. Can't get fertilizer now because of the war. Can't get grains now because of the war. My husband's paying $5.57 a gallon for diesel on his truck. And now we're hearing there's going to be a diesel shortage. So who knows? We may be out of business. The truckers go out of business. We're all going to go hungry. All of this is designed to create a huge burden on our civilization, on all of us. And you've got Bill Gates. He's involved in the whole formula shortage thing, I heard. Can't make this stuff up. Can't make it up. We are in a moral decline. We have been for some time, and it's going to continue. If you are not prepping, what are you waiting for? I'm telling you for years to start prepping. I've been talking to you guys about the event horizon. Once we get to the point of no return, do you think we're there yet? I've been warning you guys about the event horizon. Once we pass that, there's no pulling us out of it. They're prepping for something. I've been watching things going on with the sun. They are really pushing the EMP. They are really pushing the M flare, the X flares, really pushing it. Can they use that to cover an EMP over the country? Absolutely. We won't even know the difference. Why wouldn't we know the difference? Well, because we won't have any electricity to even worry about what they're going to tell us. They could tell us anything. They could say it's an EMP. They could say it's the sun. It's the sun's fault. The government has nothing to do with it. It's the sun's fault. Are we in tribulation? I don't know if we are or not, but I know we're damn close. All of this is designed to further the decay of civilization. I'm going to put the link for you guys one more time. I know somebody out there has an opinion. I know you guys. I know my viewers. You guys are opinionated. Come up here and talk to me about what you feel this is the reason for this. Help me make sense of this, because all I'm seeing is things lining up and getting us prepared. I'm afraid what's going to happen this wintertime when winter comes. I really am afraid, because if they shut the lights off, if they do a sun X flare, or tell us it's an X flare and do an EMP. An EMP will not kill anybody immediately, except for, there will be, because the planes will be falling out of the sky, stuff like that. There will be deaths immediately, but I'm not talking about like lots and lots of deaths. But within 2 years of an EMP, 90% of the population will die from violence, from starvation, from exposure, all planned. Every single part of it planned. War and famine would not do. Instead, disease offered the most efficient and fastest way to kill the billions that must soon die if the population crisis is to be solved. There is no population crisis. That's a lie they want you to think. Look what's going on right now over in Beijing. Not only are they locking people in their homes, for what, I don't know. You know, it's not real. Take that back. It's real, but it's not that bad. Yes, the virus is real. Okay. I know people have it. There's a person in the chat room right now who's got it. I had it, I think, in January. Dave had it in 2020. It's real. But they're trying now to say that 1 million people have died in the United States. Where? Again, I'm going to put the challenge out there that if this was real, when 2020 and 2021, why wasn't my Facebook inundated with post after post after post of people, oh my gosh, I'm sick, I'm dying, somebody died, my loved one died? Nothing. Just like with the war in Ukraine right now. Nobody over in the Ukraine has a cell phone where they're taking videos, they're taking pictures, they're showing what's happening. Now, nobody, no one. The ones that I'm seeing all look staged. And what they're doing over there is they're going into people's homes and they're taking their food. Let me see if I can find the video. I think I posted it. Did I post it on my page or did I post it on ESWG? Hold on a second. Let me see if I can find it. Oh, let's look at this one. Look at this one, guys. Oops. Look at this one. There's Nancy Pelosi. She claimed she was terrified. She was terrified on the 6th. But not so much here meeting Zelensky in Kiev. Not so much. But, oh, she was terrified on the 6th. See if I can find it. Here's one. That is the stores. And this is the shelves at the border. This is Congresswoman Kate Kamek, C-A-M-A-C-K. Kate, this is from her page. She's furious about this. She was told by one of her constituents that this was happening. She was sent this picture and then told by one of the border patrols that they're getting all kinds of food, baby formula for the babies at the border. Like I said, what happened to America first? Let's see if I have it. No. I don't think I have it. Oh, here it is. This is them in Shanghai going in and going into people's homes and emptying the refrigerators and emergency food to disinfect their homes after locking them in, caging them in. It's atrocious what's happening. All of these things together.
I don't even know where to begin, guys. I mean, this is just absolutely crazy. So it is about 12:45 on Wednesday. I'm up here in DC, and it has already been a crazy week. We've dealt with Ukraine funding, of which I believe no, and I have a whole litany of reasons why, and I can explain that to you. But something that I absolutely have to share with you right now is the craziness of the empty shelves Biden movement and the fact that they are sending pallets of baby formula to the border. Meanwhile, in our own district, at home, we cannot find baby formula. This is a picture from a Target. Oh, it's upside down, sorry. Okay, we literally are struggling to find baby formula around the country. Moms are struggling, going from store to store to store, and then the stores are actually capping the amount of baby formula that they will sell them. But, and this got sent to me by a Border Patrol agent this morning and said, this is disgusting. You will not believe this. They're receiving pallets and more pallets of baby formula at the border. This was taken at Ursula processing facility, where thousands are being housed and processed and then released subsequently into the United States. So think about this. This is what America Last looks like. This is 100% what it looks like. And in response, Congress, we actually, before I even got these photos, we were working with our colleagues on the Energy and Commerce Committee, and ranking member Kathy McMorris Rogers, who is doing a bang up job. She put together a letter that they're finalizing right now, going to the White House, going to the administration, demanding answers. And it is hands down one of the most frustrating experiences. So while Congress is trying to basically figure out what all is happening, sorry, I'm getting ready to go to a meeting. So I'm walking out of the office right now. They're sending pallets of baby formula to the border.
Am I the only one who's upset by this? They're hitting us on all fronts. They're hitting us in our food supply. They're hitting us in our energy supply. They're hitting us now with this whole Roe v. Wade. They're hitting us with the war in Ukraine. They're, what's going to happen next? What strain is going to come out next that we're going to have to be afraid of come October, when it's normal season? They try to whittle us down and wear us down. Boom, boom, boom. One right after another. And it works. Because either you get so overwhelmed with it or you just shut down. I've shut down for a long time here. Notice I haven't been on as much as I normally am, because I pretty much shut down. I can't take too much more of things that are happening. I don't know what to do besides tell you guys to please start prepping. If you can't see the writing on the wall by now, get out of my room. Stop watching my videos. Unfriend me on Facebook. There's nothing I can do for you now. I've tried. I've talked till I'm blue in the face. I'm going to put all the links in the description area below for you guys. I'm going to be gone for the next 2 weeks. I'm leaving on Monday to go on vacation. I'm going to Galveston, then to Louisiana. So I won't be back for a full 2 weeks. I won't be back until, I don't know, 2 weeks from Monday, whatever that date is. I might go live from Galveston, depending, share the experience with you guys. Or, if I see something hokey happening out there with the cruise ship or the ships, the cargo ships. I always watch them when I'm down there. I always watch them. I always pull up my boat finder and see what's going on. So I will put all the links in the description area below. I will see you all when I get back from vacation. I still will be on social media, so if you need to get a hold of me, you have my phone number, please text me if anything's going on. I will have my computer with me. I can go live if I need to. So, and I will be in and out of our group chat. I'll be over with the research team, and I'll be in the group and on the page. So, yeah. All right, guys, until next time, you remember what I say. Eyes open, no fear.